Okay, in my last talk about Donald Trump, I ended it by saying, become more self-reliant. Don't rely on, your president and government to evolve the planet to something better than what we've been stuck with in the quicksand. Okay, so what do I mean by becoming self-reliant? I don't mean start your own business, become rich, and then being able to afford the high taxes and the bribes necessary to keep your company in business. I don't mean that. Why? It's just, that's the pat answer. I want something different. Okay, the next answer is, okay, well, then what are you proposing? I'm proposing that you make the beau geste, which is the great bargain. And the great bargain is I'm going to raise my consciousness and let the universe look after me. That sounds asinine to people at a certain level of consciousness, yes, but if you're going to try something new, well, this hasn't been tried before on planet Earth. That is really letting something more smart than you organize things. So it is the great vision of having higher consciousness that knows more, sees more, is more wise, more knowledgeable, run things. And the way that you consent to this is you must let go of control of everything that's going on with you. And that is you as a personality. You as a personality with your demands and your preferences. You letting go of the idea that you know what's best for you. So it's kind of like, well, I don't know, it's not religion. It's not like going to church and praying to Jesus to, and then, scouring the scriptures for hints about what you should do here, there, and that, and then make that choice. No, it is a different kind of thing than that. We are not going to scriptures. We're not going to books. We're not going to videos. We're letting go of control. And that letting go of control is letting go. It is not becoming anything other than someone who spends all of their time letting go of control. And as I said the other day, there's different ways of letting go of control, but I'm working on letting go of physical control of the body. And letting the body run. And this is the teaching of Matt Kahn, his lecture about inner conflict and getting rid of the inner conflict, which is a massively good lecture. It might be a little bit long for you, but that's basically what we were looking at. And, he's the inspiration for it. I don't really want to keep telling you that the way that you do this as the exercise is blah, blah, blah. It's mostly a process that you have to work with your body. You have to imagine that your body is another person. You're a person, your body's a person. In the past, you, the person, have been controlling the body, making it go left and right, up and down stairs, to Walmart, to work, to your daughter's house for dinner. You were the one that did it. And what we are doing is we're going to say, well, because you were enslaving the body to do all these things that your mind wants done. So instead of that, we're going to say, your body's got a mind of its own, and it is the sovereign one. In other words, it owns itself, and it's the body. You're a mind. And there's plenty of minds out there. You just happen to have been associated with this body for a long time. But, lo and behold, you've discovered that you are controlling another person. And so what we're going to have you do is say, I'm going to stop controlling this person. I'm going to call this body and see what it does. And I'm not going to interfere. So, You can watch, and sometimes maybe you can even talk to your body and say, where do you want to go, body? And see where it wants to go. And say to your body, I feel thirsty, do you want to drink? And see if the body will go and get some water. So, you're a mind, you connect here to the mouth, and you talk to your body, and you can give it advice, or if you're really wise, you'll shut the hell up. Why? Because the body doesn't really need you. It's kind of a courtesy to you, its former slave owner, to let you stick around. So if you think you're an invited guest and you want to be on your best behavior, so you don't annoy this body, well, everything that you think is a should for this body, you're going to have to just, if the body doesn't want to go along with your shoulds and shouldn'ts, then you're going to have to learn how to have tolerance for other people's decisions regarding themselves. So it's going to be a growth process for you. But the advantage of this is you're going to free yourself from the torture and anxiety of guessing whether this is a right thing or a wrong thing to do every time a decision comes up. Because whatever the body does, and don't get criticizing your body about, you chose pizza and I thought you should have had lamb or something. You're going to have to learn to be what I just said. And that is how you become more reliant upon what? Well, how does this get higher consciousness in it? Basically, you're saying, I'm not higher consciousness. On the scale of human consciousness, I'm not higher consciousness. So, best I can do is say, hey, I've heard there is a higher consciousness. I'm not it, but, why don't you do this and see if we can get higher consciousness involved in our situation. So far, how does that work for us? Well, we never really knew whether things were a good decision or not. We never knew. And now that higher consciousness is supposed to be involved, we still don't know. But we don't feel guilty anymore after watching Matt Kahn, we don't feel guilty anymore about enslaving the body to do what we want to do. So, we feel better about ourselves, letting go and being a hands-off mind.